Hello everybody, and we're back here in Carberry just for a couple quick announcements. One is right now I am on a server that I have made with the map, and don't worry, there's a copy of the map. I copy it every time that I save the server, so I have multiple copies everywhere. All the mods work on here, so that was a good thing. And I've been looking on Planet Minecraft for cool, boats or buildings or things. Now, one thing that I found that I'm going to put in the description that I obviously can't put in here is a 1-to-1 scale model of New York City, right? Which is insane, and it's like 1940s New York, so it's even more detailed than you would imagine. I mean, like, today in New York, there's a lot of modern buildings, right? But it's like crazy. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description. Obviously, I might review that. The map's coming out next year. It's going to be awesome. But one thing I did find was the downtown club here, also in New York. Now, you may notice it's quite tall. And you may be thinking, hang on, I thought the Chryston Tower, which is partially loading right now, was almost at the world height. Well, it was almost at the old world height. And now it's at the new world height. As soon as I load in this facade, it's at the new world height, which means it's 256 blocks above sea level. So, as you can see, it's a little stubbed at the top, but the light still flashes. It's still going to be the tallest building in Carberry, but now we've got that. And yes, this side has no windows by design. So anyway, as you can see, it is amazingly tall. I added about 7 floors. And then I added this in, added some fake interiors, just to kind of give it a little bit of a... And by fake interiors, I mean I went one space behind the wall and put in walls so I could say which areas are lit and which areas aren't. Because, I mean, there's no reason to do all those floors. And one thing that I found interesting is that on the top here, if you use 4 rails, it kind of looks like a roof fan, which is an interesting technique. I didn't think of it. So I'm going to put a link to this in the description as well, Downtown Club. And right now I'm working on the ferry dock over here, which is going to be loosely based on the ferry docks at the end of New York at the bottom. Kind of like the Art Deco-y, whatever the heck I'm trying to say. I don't know. It's like 9:05. I'm tired. This is just a quick update video because I know I haven't posted in a while. Quarter 1 of school was crazy, especially the end. A lot of crap to get done. But now that's over. New quarter, don't have to worry about it till the end when my grades start slipping again. So, I'm building this. I'm also building on here with Crimtastic, who built that little ferry thing over there, and who also built this factory. He's not quite done with it yet. But this is going to be Nero Foundries. But you built all the steel that went into the Chryston Tower, this terrible model that I made. Yeah, and then I built this, not quite done yet. There's going to be more freighters over here. Oh, that reminds me, if anyone thinks I can build like a 1940 style freighter, like a freight ship, American, preferably, I would like to put it in the world, because I'm not very good at building boats, as you can see right here. I'm not quite done with this one yet, but, I mean, it kind of looks like a generic boat. Yeah, my specialty's kind of buildings. But, yeah, that would be much appreciated. So that'll be good. I'm going to have ferries over here and everything. I got to finish this building. And then there's one last thing I'm going to show you. I thought I would reveal this later on, but I guess I'll just do it now. So this over here is what is going to become Roundtree. Everything north of this line right now is Roundtree, which includes those row houses which I'm working on, and this city street. So we've got Kessler, I guess maybe a food store. We've got this building down here, I don't know what it's going to be. This blue building, don't know what it's going to be. This tall building, I guess it's apartments. This kind of tiled back building, and then this red building. I've made red bricks and blue bricks, which I thought looked pretty cool. Because honestly, I don't build with lapis lazuli blocks. So I was able to do some pretty cool stuff. I still haven't finished the inside of that one, but Yeah, and the last thing I'm going to show you today is just over here. It's called, you guessed it, the Brookdale Bridge. It crosses the Carberry River into Brookdale. But this is very, when I say very, I mean very loosely based on the Brooklyn Bridge in New York. Obviously, it's not quite as long. It's not really a suspension bridge. But suspension bridges are especially hard to do. Oop, got a little straggler over here. What the heck are you doing? What do you think this is, huh? There we go. Sometimes carpenters' blocks freak out and they go to some random direction and lose their texture. But anyway, so this is the area that will become Brookdale, which is essentially Brooklyn. It took me forever to build this. I kind of built it right up to here, right where I'm looking right now, like this last little thing. And then I copied the other side, rotated and pasted it here. And of course, when you copy and paste, all the carpenter's blocks lose their texture and they all face north, I think. And so I was redoing that and I realized it was one off to the side. I was like, oh my god, so I had to take it off and do it again. That just took hours. But this is the crown jewel of the Carberry River. I don't know if it's going to be tall enough for ships to go underneath, but we'll hope so. But ships won't need to go that much farther up, and if they do, they can go up the East River over there, which I need to come up with a name because East River is blatantly taking from New York. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. I'm more focusing on actually building stuff rather than doing videos on building stuff. I like to, do some stuff and then say, hey, look at this, I just did this. Maybe I'll make a video on it later. But I'd really like to flush out this area first before I do any videos, because it kind of looks, I don't know if you are able to see this map or not. You should be able to. But I mean, it looks good over here because there's a lot of stuff. Like, once you get into the area that has no grass at all, it looks pretty good from above because there's no grass. However, over here there's just like grass everywhere and it looks very unfinished, unprofessional, Obviously this factory's not finished, and neither is the boat and the thing, but there needs to be something here in between there, something there, that finished. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I apologize if there's not going to be a lot of videos for maybe the next week. And then let me just lay out the schedule. So this week I'm going to try and do a Civ 5 video for Monday, the 25th, and possibly do a Kerbal video because I found out some new things about Kerbal in career mode, and put that up on Thanksgiving. I'll have it because I'm going to be away from Wednesday afternoon for an undisclosed amount of days in an undisclosed location. So, unfortunately, I can't post videos until I come back. So I'm going to do my best over this weekend to record a couple of videos that can go up over the time, because I will need like one for Monday, and then obviously Kerbal is Thursday, and I'll record an episode of this that's not necessarily going to be like Horizon Tower. We're going to leave that behind. I'm going to do building spotlights where I'm going to upload long videos of me actually building things so you can see how I do it. They might be boring. If they turn out to be boring, I might just put sound behind them and speed them up a little bit, like a speed build, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching. My name is Johan Farley. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.